Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my empties from April 16th through April 29th. I know it's a little late getting filmed, but I have melted through so much the last month. I'm so excited to talk about some of these scents. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, or the people that are in a mother role, or fur mamas. All the mothers deserve all the love today. So happy Mother's Day. Second of all, happy Sunday, new week ahead, and yeah, I hope everyone has a great week and smooth sailing. So let's get started. I have quite a bit of vendors here that I've been working on, and quite a bit that I've gotten through. I have really been melting. Even though I've been going into the office a little bit more, I'm trying to maximize my melting time as much as I'm home. And I am a person, I usually change my wax 3 times a day, about every 4 hours or so, sometimes 5. And if it's really huge powerhouse, sometimes I leave it in, all day, 8-9 hours. It just depends. And that's just how my style is. It's how I've always been. So I'm able to get through a lot, but sometimes I'm starting to see a dent in my stash of some vendors. And of course, I know that works better if you stop bringing more stuff in, but we're working on that. So let's get started. Let's kick it off with some Swanky. Swanky is shipping, Jeannie is shipping all of the pre-orders, I think it was called the Flora pre-order. She's shipping all of that this week, hopefully, and then into the next week. I know she just announced yesterday that she's going to extend the tat a little bit more just due to her being sick and bronchitis. I know that has been nasty this year. A couple of people in my office had it. My boss had it. My mother is getting over it. So I do know that it knocks you down. So Swanky. Couple of pre-orders ago, she offered the buttery toast and jam sampler, which I had to grab because it's one of my favorite blends from Jeannie, and I haven't smelled anything quite like it from any other vendor out there. So this one here is labeled buttery toast and jam cream cake sugar cone, but actually this one was a mislabel because this one is buttery toast and jam and lemon. I don't know what lemon exactly. This blend here is actually in my collection, the one that says lemon, but I don't really know exactly what lemon. But this basically smells like buttery toast and jam with lemon, and it's a fantastic lemon bakery. I mean, if you've smelled her buttery toast and jam, it's phenomenal. It's just delicious. And do yourself a favor, next time these blends are offered, just try one if you haven't. They're great. Let's keep with Swanky. I had a sample of blueberry zucchini ice cream. And what I loved about this one is sometimes I've seen blueberry be used with vendors, but it really be blueberry sugar, the Bath & Body Works scent. I do not like blueberry sugar. It's too artificial for me. It's too candy-like. I like an authentic blueberry, or even a blueberry bakery or something like that isn't blueberry sugar. This one, I think, there's a storm blowing in. I can see the tree outside my window is starting to kick up, but anyways, what was I saying? Blueberry. This blueberry was authentic, juicy blueberry. I'm not sure quite what ice cream this was, but the blueberry and zucchini was fantastic in this, even though this was a little sample, a little sliver of a loaf that she, poured. For her samples here, you can see the size of it kind of imprinted in there. This was great. I would buy this again. I have a handful of her zucchini blends, and I use my Swanky very sparingly. But I use my Swanky very sparingly just because she only opens a few times a year, and sometimes, her pre-orders close super early. So I just, I'm enjoying and savoring every minute with my Swanky blends. Next, we have some Melted Mousse. Melted Mousse is no longer a vendor. She has moved to more of a hobby with pouring her wax. She has, Jackie has a group, I think it's Melted Mousse and Friends or something like that. This I actually got in a D-stash as a freebie. This is Summer Scoop and Sugar Cookie Royale. This was basically Summer Scoop, which is a Yankee type, and it, it smells just like any other vendor did. It was a nice little strawberry bakery. Next is L3, Little Black Dress and Pomegranate. I'm not quite sure what Little Black Dress is, but this pomegranate just overpowered this blend. It's a nice, juicy, fruity, bold, rich fruit. I love pomegranate. It just does something special to blends. This, I would buy this again in a larger size, maybe a puppy pack or a bunt, just to see if I like this. But when I did have this going in my bathroom, this was very fruity. I liked it a lot. Next, we have Sassy Girl Aroma, Comfort. This is a little sample. Comfort is compared to Bath & Body Works Comfort. I actually think Julie named it Comfy compared to Comfort. I could be wrong, but I think I saw that on her page in the last few months. This is patchouli and vanilla, and it's fantastic. I used to buy Comfort back when Comfort was, several years back. I know they've reformulated and, released some more of their aromatherapy line scents, but it is fantastic. It is sweet, it's comforting, it's soft, it's vanilla, it's worth a try. Next I have, this was Teddy Bees. Teddy Bees, Pacific Northwest Winter. This is basically pine. And what I can compare this to is this reminds me of Dessa's Christmas tree farm. And I know this has a couple of other things in it. I think there's a little bit of cedar, pine, but this is a great scent. It's good for winter time. It's good for fall. But I had this going in my bathroom. I melted this in my bathroom, in my spare bathroom, and it, flew down the stairs, and it just gave me that little punch of pine, even though it's not pine season, typically. Next is L3, Watermelon Cake. I freaking love this one. This is fantastic. This is a single oil, too. This was a trig tart, and only single oils are poured in the trig tarts. Watermelon cake is juicy watermelon and just this phenomenal, rich, fantastic cake. It's watermelon bakery, and it's worth a damn, really. I love this. I love this. I'm going to use this in my customs when I'm caught up in the next few months on L3's list, or, whenever. This is just, if you like watermelon and you like bakery, give this a try. It is fantastic. Trust me. Christy loves it. A lot of other people in the group love it, and it's such a sleeper scent, but I love this so much. I have a couple more blends in my collection with watermelon cake, and I think I have another trig floating around here somewhere. Okay. Next, this is that Smell Good shop, which I've only purchased from a few times, and I plan on purchasing again later on this year. This is Deadpool. This is Fall Bonfires and Charred Cedar Wood. I liked this. I melted this when I was in the mood for fall. I have a couple of fall scents in here, actually, so I did a couple of days of fall, which I love fall. If you've watched me, you've seen my fall collection. I don't have a shortage of fall scents, but I know a lot of us out there like that bonfire scent, that smoky scent, moving into fall. This is one that served its purpose. It has a little bit of wood, a little bit of smoke, and this was what I was looking for. I would buy this again. That Smell Good shop performs amazingly well in my home. Her oils are quality, they're very concentrated, and I like the cute little cubes that are in here. It's great. Next, this is Rose Girls. Now guys, this was a loaf. This loaf was purchased. I actually got this in a D-stash back in 2021. My very first order with Rose Girls was in February of 2021. And the loaf that I chose was Christmas Eve in Cookie Land. But I had FOMO about Strawberry Cookie Land. So I think it was Candace even. I think I did it in search of posts in one of the D-Stash groups. And Candace, so kindly sold me a loaf of this. So this is that loaf. So I finally finished this up. This is Strawberry Pound Cake and Cookie Land, which is confetti cake, toffee, butterscotch, pretzels, and cookies. So this, if you have Cookie Land, if you love Cookie Land, I actually think Rose Girls has a pre-order that's going until the morning of Cookie. I think she has a Cookie Land sampler on there. I glanced the list briefly. She's doing a handful of her Mario blends. But I don't think this one is on it, but there are a couple Cookie Land ones on there, I think. This is great. It's strawberry, but that Cookie Land is so dominant in every blend that it's made in. Whether it's blended with coffee or it's blended with strawberry, if it's blended with something else I can't think of right now at the top of my head. But it's such a fantastic, versatile bakery blend. I love this, and I'm so happy I finished this loaf. I'm working on using old wax. Next is Rose Girls. Don't Kill My Vibe. I loved this one. Oh man, this is grass, cannabis flower, and coastal kale. If you know anything about oils, you know coastal kale and grass are very, very, very strong oils. So this one here is fresh. It's green. It's coastal kale mixed with fresh cut grass. The cannabis flower oil is such a beautiful fragrance. It gives a little bit of sweetness to it, but honestly, I couldn't really smell it that much because the grass and the coastal kale is just killer in this. I would buy this again. I pulled some of my spring scents, and I'm working on crawler hunting, which is great. I love that. Crawler hunting, and I have another one here in my tote. I don't remember right now what it is, but they're fresh, they're clean, they're just springtime outdoorsy scents. And this is the one I finished first. I love this. This is a great one if you like these types of scents. Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. This is just a trig tart. I had this going in my kitchen downstairs. I was just craving a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of syrup, a little bit of pumpkin pecan waffles. I had this going with my candle from Goose Creek coffee house going, and it was a nice, because it has a little bit of chocolate in it. It has a little bit of coffee, a little bit of cream to coffee house, and it went very, very well with this pumpkin pecan waffles. So that one, I love that one. Rose Girls, Rockin' Around the Question Block. This was a new blend. Jenny had a customer creation contest for her Christmas time, or I should say November, Mario Melters from 2022, you know, last year. This was one of the winners. I don't remember whose blend this was, but this is pear, Streuselkuchen, almond biscotti, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and vanilla bean ice cream. This is what drew me to this was the almond. I love almond. Jenny has a really good almond oil. So this one is sweet with pear. It was almond, and it's bakery. I got a little bit of that toffee butterscotch pretzels. I got a little bit of the Streuselkuchen. I think I'm saying that right, but if not, it's like it's a coffee cake or a cinnamon coffee cake bakery that I think Jenny has. I don't know if it's single oil or if it's a blend that's made for her from her oil supplier. I'm not sure, but it is. It's like a coffee cake scent. This was nice. I wish this threw a little bit more for me. It was kind of a moderate throw. It wasn't a powerhouse, but I really had to be in the close vicinity to really get this one. So I think this is a one and done for me, but her almond biscotti oil is fantastic. And I did get that a little bit when this was warmed up, but I will say that the Streuselkuchen and the cinnamon and the toffee butterscotch pretzels did play dominant in this one. But it was good, all that. I just wish it was a little bit stronger. Next, we have L3 Alien. This is a great blend. This is Lunar Eclipse, White Woods, and Sea Salt. The best way I can describe this is it's fresh, it's comforting, it's creamy almost, but not creamy bakery. It's just, it's a unique scent. That sea salt is fantastic. It's fresh, it's a little oceanic, but not green oceanic, not anything like salty sea air. It's just fresh. And White Woods I've had before, and it's been a while since I've smelled it alone, but I really, really liked it. It's got a little bit of cedar in it, I believe, which I love cedar. This is one I would buy again. This was a little, I think this was a bat or a Halloween shape of some sort. I don't remember now which shape this was. I think it was a bat. I would buy this again. This fall, I'm buying more Alien. Very, very good. Next is Teddy Bees, Sweet Spot. Sweet Spot. I have two of these actually. Well, I had two. I have one souffle left. This is butterscotch. You have to like butterscotch in order to like this one. Butterscotch, warm snickerdoodle cookies, pecan waffles, and vanilla cream. This is fantastic. If you really aren't a butterscotch person, if you find it's overpowering or it's too sweet for you, this could easily be toned down with another bakery. Yes, it's butterscotch. You have to like butterscotch, but you could blend it with something. I would even blend this with, would just be crazy, something that is complementary bakery-wise with this. You could even put caramel in with this, but that, actually might make it a little too sweet. I'm just trying to think of, in my head, blending. This is great. And I love, I love Teddy B's. If you watch me, I just rave and rant about it, and I love it. This is one I know a lot of you guys out there do like, but I know sometimes people are a little leery of butterscotch. But this is just, it's creamy, it's butterscotch, it's delicious. It smells fattening too. Dessa. Got through some Dessas. Her pre-order, she's finished pouring everything. She's just working on packaging, printing orders, doing all that stuff. And she hopes to have everything shipped out by the end of the month, which is great. Shipwreck Island. This was a new scent that she had in her January pre-order. This is Beach Nights, Bonfire Bliss, Vanilla Voodoo, and Salty Sea Air. This was nice. I wish it had a little bit more Beach Nights to it. I got a lot of the Bonfire from it and a lot of the Salty Sea Air, which it's not a bad scent. I love Beach Nights, and she has a good Beach Nights oil. So I wish I had a little bit more of that. It's my only criticism, I guess I would say, for the lack of a better word. But this is a great blend. I liked this. It threw well. It's fresh. It's clean. It's a nice one. It's a good Beach Nights one. Next is Baking Me Crazy. This was another new blend. This is fresh baked bread, vanilla butter fudge, and zucchini bread. I will say, if you like her fresh baked, fresh bread and jam, that crusty bread where you can actually smell the crustiness from the bread and the warmth of the bread, that's the same oil in this. It is fantastic. I think did she offer this one again, her last pre-order? I'm not sure, but if she did, I'd grabbed another one because this was great. Her zucchini bread is not too spicy. It's creamy. It doesn't have that corn chips or feet smell that some of you out there get from zucchini bread. It's kind of like Teddy B's zucchini bread. It's not too much. It's creamy and creamy and creamy. This I loved. Loved this. That vanilla butter fudge is rich. It also bumps up the creaminess to this blend. This was great. I really, really enjoyed this. I melted all 7 of these little breakaway bar pieces in my office. Didn't even take it anywhere else. Orange Grove. This one I melted downstairs in my kitchen. This is zesty oranges picked from the grove. You can even smell the peels. And that's true. Marty loved this one. He loves citrus. He likes orange. And orange, really orange without being in a bakery oil, it's really hard to find just a straight, nice citrus orange. And this is done very well. Whether this is a single oil or not, I think it is. This is a good one. It's citrus. It is really like you're cutting into an orange, and you can really smell that citrus, that oil in the peel. It's great. Loved that one. Next is Fall in New England. This one is fresh brewed latte, buttery pumpkin caramel sauce, and cinnamon streusel. This is one of her best coffee blends, in my opinion. It's creamy. It has a little bit of nuttiness to it, but not bad. It's caramel. It's rich. It's got a perfect amount of coffee. You get a little bit of butteriness from the pumpkin, the creaminess from the pumpkin. So just imagine like a pumpkin spice latte with a little bit of extra coffee and a little bit of caramel added to it. And this is great. I have a couple more of these in my collection. This is a great blend. You can melt it all year long. It's not just fall, but it's a warm scent. So fall is a good time to melt it too. Blackberries and Cream from L3. This was a sample. This blackberries, this blackberry one to me actually was not perfumey. You know, blackberry has a tendency to pull perfumey, just like raspberry does. But this to me, whether it was I think this is a single oil, but the cream balance to it, it really took like juicy, fresh blackberries. You know, some blackberries aren't naturally sweet. We usually have to sweeten them up a little bit. This smelled sweet to me. So even though I had just a little piece of this, I put it in a tea light warmer because I tend to see if I have a lot of samples from L3 or any other vendor for that choice, for that matter, I should say, especially if they're the little smaller sample pieces, then I put it in my tea light warmer because I really want to get that punch of scent that, you know, doesn't last a crazy long time, because I really want to see what that oil can do. That's just me. So this one I liked. I would probably need to have this in a larger size just to see really what it can do. Fuji Apple. I love this one. Oh man. Christy, another mod in L3, loves this too. This is a great apple. I have right now going in my guest bathroom, I have a Death Note, which is a lot of apples too. It's a sweet apple. I will say I loved Mac Apple for the longest time, but I'm finding sometimes Mac Apple is a little too intense for me anymore. I prefer Green Apple, Fuji Apple, and Death Note, really, and Granny Smith. I like that crisp apple with a little less intensity. However, this one here, this is my opinion. I don't know if this is true or not. If you've ever smelled Bodacious Bowser from Rose Girls, Jenny's description says green apple and then a handful of other oils that make up Bodacious Bowser. To me, my nose, this is the apple that's in Bodacious Bowser. That's just my nose, my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. But if you like Bodacious Bowser and you purchase from L3, give this one a try. It's a single oil. I definitely have some blends in the mix for my next customs with this. This is great. It's creamy. It doesn't really even smell like apple all that much. It's really tough to describe, but it's beautiful. Love this. Love this. Two more here. I know I flew through this. Even though there's a lot here, I'm talking a little bit faster because I know there's storm coming in and I want to close my windows that I have open so we don't have a catastrophe coming in here. But Beach Nights Green Apple. Now L3's Beach Nights is salty to me. I don't really care for it alone. I bought a scoop of it alone, a single, plain Beach Night scoop last time, the last haul I did for L3, because I wanted it around to blend with. I do like it in blends, but it's a little intense salty wise. With the green apple, I liked it. That green apple added a little bit of juice, a little bit of crispness to it that the Beach Nights needed actually to cut that saltiness. This is nice. I would like this in a larger size, probably a bunt, I would say. And finally, we have Teddy Bees Silent Night. I have been using my Teddy Bees, guys. I typically have been using my Teddy Bees very, very slowly, but I have accumulated a good bit of Teddy Bees wax and I need to use it. So I have quite a bit in my next video for the last part of April and the first, actually, this is the last part of April. I know, it's the middle of May already. For the first part of May, I have quite a few Teddy Bees blends that I've gotten through, and I'm working on some more as we speak. So I love Teddy Bees. This is Silent Night. This is Palo Santo, Signature Sugar Cookies, and Beach Treats. So this is basically creamy beach treats, which is her version of beach nights. And it's a good one. I like Tiffany's Beach Nights. With a little bit of Palo Santo to make it a little bit sultry, a little bit sexy, a little bit smooth. I like this one. I would probably buy another souffle of this because she does have a little bit, some other beach treats blends that I like a little bit more than this. This is very creamy and it serves its purpose, but there's a little bit more other ones I like just a little bit. You know what I mean? I love them. I love all of Teddy Bees, but I would like this in a souffle and try something else or other beach Beach Treats blends that she has. So that's my video of my empties from April 16th to the 29th. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to be filming another video of my empties from the first week of May into yesterday, actually, because today's Sunday. I start a new week of melting. I melt from Sunday to Saturday typically, and I try to do depending on how much wax I get through in a week, I might do a video of that week, or sometimes I let it go to 2. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day and a good week ahead, and I'll see you soon.